Welcome back to Get Down to Business, this show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Thrilled to be rejoined by my friend, your health insurance guru. That is Tom Miroballi, who is truly our go-to subject matter expert for everything health insurance and the Affordable Care Act on Get Down to Business. Tom, welcome back.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. I want to dive right in today because questions are pouring in. Small business owners certainly face common, similar challenges when selecting health insurance plans for themselves as a small business owner, but also for employees. So what are some strategies that you would recommend, Tom, for improving that experience?
Well, if they go with the PPO, short-term major medical plans that I have, they can get those plans. Let's say they hire a new person. They don't want to put that new person on the company's group plan because they don't know if the new person is going to work out. So they can take a 6-month plan or less on the new person with my short-term medical plans that I offer through Golden Rule United Healthcare. And I have a lot of people on the short-term PPO plans because they refuse to pay Obamacare prices. And I mean, I've had these people on short-term plans for 5 or 10 years because they just redo every 6 months. And they just, what is a 60-year-old person or a 62-year-old person going to do with Obamacare and maternity coverage? That's totally ridiculous.
Yeah. And Tom, I want to change gears for a moment, and I'm curious if you can share some of the latest trends in the world of health insurance, specifically as it relates to our small business owners.
Well, it's like I say, they can have a group plan and they can have short-term plans for some of the employees that don't want to be on a group plan because those group plans usually carry maternity coverage and it's more expensive for the employee. So you can have some people on the group and some people on short-term plans. I'm getting a lot of people squared away with short-term plans because I renew them every 6 months.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I know, Tom, one of the things we always love to highlight when we bring you on every month onto the program is talking about what's coming into the Tom Miroballi hotline. You, a shameless plug, I know answer your calls and your emails, not quite 24 hours a day, but pretty close to it. And anybody that reaches out to you, I know you respond very, very quickly, but you get a lot of interesting inquiries and you pride yourself on being that broker, being able to find the right plan that can provide affordable health insurance options to both small business owners and families. So what are some of the inquiries that have come in recently and how you've been able to help them save some money?
Well, some people call me with pre-existing conditions like insulin-dependent diabetes or Graves' disease or whatever. And for pre-existing conditions, I do refer them back to the Affordable Care Act. They give them the toll-free number because the Affordable Care Act will take them with all of these illnesses. The nice part about the short-term plans is we renew every 6 months, and the client can change their deductible. They can change their plan. They start a new plan every 6 months, and people like that. And they're not strapped with all of the regulations like mandatory maternity coverage. And I adjust the client's needs to what the health of the client is. So people like that. They like the fact that, it lasts for 6 months. If they want to change their mind, they can change their mind, and we can do a new plan in 6 months. And I have some people that go 3 months, 2 months, and then they just keep renewing. And it's great. It's great for the client. It's good for business, and it gives people choices.
Yeah, absolutely. And choices are what people want, as well as, of course, saving money, which is important. And what can small business owners expect in terms of health insurance costs and coverage in the coming year?
Well, if you took the least expensive Obamacare plan, which is the bronze plan, and I sell that through Blue Cross Blue Shield, if I give them a PPO plan, I'll give you an example. If I have a man, 61 years old, a wife, 59 years old, and they have a son, 20 years old, that government plan through the Affordable Care Act would cost them $2,332.50 a month. A month, not a year, but a month. If I gave them this bronze plan, they have a $9,350 out-of-pocket cost per person before the Affordable Care Act kicks in and pays it 100%. And it's two per family max.
Yep.
So this family of three I just gave you, they would only have to pay that twice before the family starts getting 100% coverage.
That's huge. I'm chatting with Tom Miroballi, our health insurance guru, our resident subject matter expert on all things health insurance and the Affordable Care Act. Tom, I know our listeners will want to get in touch with you. And as I said, you take those calls and those emails at all hours of the day and night. How can we reach you?
630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
Fantastic. Tom, I know you can also be reached on your website, healthplanchicago.com, healthplanchicago.com. Tom, it's always a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for sharing these stories and this advice with our listeners. Can't wait to bring you back on. We'll be right back on Get Down to Business.